hustling silly bits too. Having a blast bringing our show to you. They rant, they rave, they won't behave. Wrestling fans come out your cave. It's time to BS and misbehave. Talking Rasslin, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show. Talking Rasslin, time to go. Ring the bell and start the show.
Hello, hello. Welcome in for another episode of Talking Rasslin. I'm Pondwater Dave. Joined with me, as always, is the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, Miss Amy Vaughn.
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Amy, if I was doing any better, I'd have to be twins just so I could stand it.
Oh man, do tell.
I just feeling pretty good today.
Good. You have a good work week so far?
So far. I mean, it's work. I'd rather be independently wealthy, but here we are.
Oh no. But it's good that you've had a good week. You've had some rough weeks sometimes, get beat up and different things like that. So that's good.
Yeah, I've got a big mountain to climb this week, and it's a number I don't think I can make, but I'll be all right because it gets better as the period goes on.
I gotcha. Is it because you missed that 1 week, or is this?
No. It's just the way the way that the numbers were. It's what we're flat to last year, so they had a big week last year, so I have a big week this year.
Oh, what was going on last year?
It was busy, and then last week I had a ridiculously low plan. I mean, I was like over 200% plan. So
okay,
when your numbers are based on last year, whatever they did last year is what I'm up against this year. Next year, if they do the same thing, it's going to be rougher because my numbers are much higher.
I got you. Cool. Oh, Darren,
first one in tonight.
I know, but look, he also said he got his merch. What did he get?
That was quick. Look at our merch shop shipping it out quick.
Heck yeah! What did you get, Darren?
One of them is a gift.
Oh well, he could tell us though. I mean, I've never known him to be lost for words.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Austin Kendrick's here. Hey, Austin.
Hey. Oh, okay. I am an elderly. All right. I like it.
So that's thanks for visiting jumpinthepond.com. He got 10% off. Came in under $20 shipped each shirt. So
nice. Robert George, nice to have you.
Hi, Robert. Thanks for coming in. I gotta say, Amy, we're gonna jump into the anatomy of a cage match as our theme for tonight. I had such a good time with social media over Thanksgiving because everybody was talking about Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard.
It was the 40th anniversary, wasn't
it? 40th anniversary of the greatest cage match ever. So, and it's unanimous. I mean, everybody thinks that. I mean, there's just that so many links to that match.
Mm-hmm.
We're all thinking the same thing. And I didn't even think of it just because it was Thanksgiving. It's just that, I'm breaking down a cage match. And honestly, it's not your typical cage match because it's an I Quit cage match.
What do you think? Do you think cage matches should be I Quits or submissions? Like, do you think there should even be a pin?
No, I'm for the pin. I don't think there should be an escape.
Right.
I'm not an escape the cage guy.
Right.
I mean, but Jesse Ventura got in trouble with Saturday after Saturday night's main event. They had a problem with him questioning the finish. Like, why is he winning? Because he left the cage. And Jesse knows that that's how cage matches used to be because, I mean, he wrestled in them. But
exactly.
But I mean, but he shamed the guy for winning the match that way. And
it is kind of
we got Terry Weaver's here. Allison's here. DNA top 10's in the house. Efren, you triggered him with the escape the cage comment. I don't believe in escape the cage. And I'm going to tell you, there was a reason. Cage matches were what they call a blow-off match. Your feud had escalated to a point. Like like Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair in the cage the night that they slammed the door on Kerry's head. The reason that Kerry and Flair were in a cage is that Rick had put a bounty on Kerry that Kabuki cashed in. Kerry was getting all these, but Rick kept getting disqualified. Rick was doing everything he could, and this feud had gone all year. And once it got to a point that they were going to put it in a cage, because Rick couldn't leave.
Right.
Inside. They put Terry Gordy on the door to keep everybody inside. So, with Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard, Tully won the title from Magnum earlier in the summer. I want to say I had it here and then I diverted my attention. Come on, it stuck out to me a minute ago. Tully beats Magnum TA in the Charlotte Coliseum on July 21st. And then from July all the way up until Thanksgiving, Magnum was trying to get the title back.
Right.
But what kept happening was Magnum would win by count out.
Sure.
No contests and count outs. That's what was happening almost in every match. No clean. I mean, they'd either do time limit draws or they'd go to count outs or no contests. So they finally got to a point where we're going to put these men in a cage.
Right.
But we're going to make them say, I quit. Because we got to get this situation settled.
Right.
As was the United States Championship. I loved it. It's Starrcade. Where I had to make myself say Starrcade because I naturally want to say
Starrcast.
So the buildup, July, August, September, October, a 4-month buildup to this. And they get in the cage. Tully comes out to Back in Black. You're not going to hear that on Peacock. You had Truckin' Tom Miller as the ring announcer. I love how it was lit. I love the setup in the arena. You had Earl Hebner in there as the referee. You see Earl pulling the microphone into the cage because you see pulling the microphone into the cage. Me and Amy talked before the show, and I didn't put her in one window. But you see, Magnum was already in the cage when they got to this. Tully, maybe not.
You have to remind me. Was this the first Starrcade? Starrcade.
No, the third. Starrcade.
Listen to me. I said the same thing. Starrcade. This was the third.
Starrcade. Starrcade 85. So but Truckin' Tom Miller lets you know under no uncertain term, the only way this match ends is when you make your opponent say, I quit.
Exactly. And can I say this? The atmosphere is very, backstreet like you've got this. Look at this cage. I grew up with the big blue cage, and I'm not going to speak ill of it, but look at this cage. Look at the top. Those are exposed. There's no,
look at the jagged
prongs. Yeah, everything is exposed. If you watch the match, you can see the mat.
They called it a fence match before they called it a cage match.
Yes, and that's exactly, yes. But if you look at the mat, it is like, obviously they had other matches that people bled. It is just rough.
We've already had Abdullah the Butcher out here.
Yeah,
Abdullah the Butcher and the Raging Bull have already been out here.
The atmosphere that this creates, the lights are down. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like this, it's dark. Like it just looks like this is in a back alley somewhere. And I'm with you. I love the microphone in the ring. I loved how they used it as a weapon, and that way you could hear them breathing hard, and you could hear them. I mean, it was just, again, this is the reason why it is considered the best. Like, it just, everything about it was just, you cannot replicate that in any way.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach Keith.
Look how it's lit.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the crowd being dark and just the ring was lit.
Yeah.
I miss that.
It definitely gives an ambiance.
When I saw the Iron Claw movie and they showed that ring just early in the movie, they showed a ring just being lit up. I love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
But look, there's Hebner holding the U.S. title up.
Uh-huh.
Magnum's been locked in on Tully ever since he got in the cage.
Yep.
These two guys, they hate each other. You just feel that you can feel the hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, look at them going.
And even the way they wrestled, like you said, there's lots of hard hits and this rolling around. Like, there was not a wrestling match, you know.
They didn't lock up.
No.
I mean, Tully went in with kicks, kicking Magnum in the gut. They were throwing punches. That there was no collar and elbow tie up here.
No.
I love, and I did this. I got this picture because I just wanted to emphasize, if you'll look on the top of that, of the top of the fence post, that those are the jagged.
Heck yeah.
That's not designed for you to get up there and stand on them and try to do a cute spot off top of the cage.
Right.
If you're trying to escape, it's going to eat you up.
You're going to split your gut.
You're not jumping up there and hitting your belly and flipping over and getting out of the cage. This isn't an escaping cage. This is keeping them in cage.
This is what a cage match was designed for.
We're solving a personal issue here.
Yes. And they had and they fought like a personal issue. They fought like it was something that, like you said, could only work as if they're in the cage. But first off, the microphone had the wire, obviously, like you said.
Oh yeah, there wasn't no cordless back then.
Great. But they would put it in their face and they would be like, say it. And then the person breathing hard and they're like, no. And it just, you're getting that emotion through the audio, which you're not usually getting.
It was crazy.
It was
because great. That microphone was double tough.
Yeah.
Because it was getting, I mean,
yeah,
you knew that he was hitting him with it because you could hear it when he hit him with it.
Yes, but we don't usually get that much audio like that. And I think that was definitely just added so much to this match. Again, the reason why it is categorized as the best.
Early, you see Magnum's trying to get Tully. He's trying to use the cage as a weapon. The cage is the weapon.
Yes.
The cage is the weapon. If you notice, the first weapon that was introduced this weekend, if you watch Survivor Series in the women's war game match, Becky Lynch brought a kendo stick. The cage wasn't enough.
Right.
I mean, Charlotte and Asuka were in there and they were not using the cage as a weapon.
Right.
But I'm going back. Here we see where Tully, this is the first time Magnum eats the fence.
Right.
Tully throws Magnum headfirst into the fence. And I wondered if Magnum bladed or did he hardway himself on the fence? And the reason I say that is he's got two distinct trickles where the fence would have separated, which makes me wonder. And his head was probably tender anyway because he was bleeding every night.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, maybe he opened himself up by maybe when he went into the fence, he actually. I'm just wondering. I couldn't see.
Yeah, I kind of like you. I think I thought the same thing. It's an odd, like usually that's not the type of trickle that we see in two streams like that. So I'm with you. I was thinking, was that something that was done hard way? And it's tender, and he got thrown into the cage like they knew they were going to do that.
And believable.
Yes.
It's so believable.
And if he did blade, You did a great job.
Oh, I think I saw a spot. I think I see. I mean, I was looking for it. We weren't looking for it back then. But this is what I say about people that say that AEW uses too much blood, or WWE doesn't use enough, or why do we got to have blood? If you do a spot where your face hits a cage,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how easy. I mean, I barely tap a metal rack, and I've got a little spot. I've got a little spot. So, I mean, it happens.
Right.
Darren Staley says, again, Magnum thought dirty here as a face, but it wasn't dirty to the fans because it was meant to be brutal.
Right.
Magnum wrestled like a heel.
Well,
Magnum was a brawler. It wasn't all technical with Magnum. Magnum was a fiery babyface brawler. Much like David Von Erich. David Von Erich wrestled like a heel.
right.
Kevin Von Erich wrestled like a heel.
Well, Hulk Hogan wrestled like a heel.
All
Scratching-
the time. Even
Scratching
worse,
the
'cause
back.
even
I mean,
he scratched the back. So it's just your perception.
Mhm.
But that's what I was going back to about the blood. If it makes sense, it works.
100%.
And if you're going to do that, you're supposed to.
100%. We should see blood in a match like this when you don't have anything else and you have to make them say, I quit. Like they don't have kendo sticks and trash cans and all this other stuff. You know, you've got to make them say, I quit. And how else are you going to do that? But
This is two men fighting.
Mhm.
All right, we're seeing here Magnum finally gets Tully, throws Tully to the cage. Hebner just watches. And Hebner doesn't even bring the microphone. They really go get the microphone and do it themselves.
yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like he goes over there and gets it. Again, he's shoving it in his face. I think Tully was the first one to get it, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like shoving it in Terry, listen to me, Magnum's face. Again, that microphone, it's so weird. It's such a little thing, but that microphone really was the third man in the ring. I mean, it was such an integral part of this match, right next to the cage.
And you see Tully started bleeding, but Tully had a lot of blood on his arm.
Yeah, I saw that.
A lot of blood on his arm. Makes me wonder if he cut his arm open.
I thought it was from Magnum's. Like I thought that was like a smear. Like
there's a
from
lot of
Magnum.
blood. It looked it looked like
it might have been though. I don't know.
It looked kind of puddled to me.
Okay,
but there's Hebner just watching, and here we see Tully.
Mm-hmm.
Tully's got a handful of hair.
Yep.
And he's taking that microphone and he's just beating Magnum in the head with it.
Exactly, and you can hear it. As like I said, the microphone's just as important as the cage in this.
Yeah, and you just feel it. Like this is just it's a fight.
This cage to me, I mean, just looking at it, like it looks rusted. Like it looks like something that you would have seen in some back alley kind of thing, and like it's supposed to be. You know, it's not pristine. It's not brand new. It looks like it does. It looks like they just hauled it in from some. Yeah, there he is.
He's digging, and he's got the microphone, and he's just grinding it into his head.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum's screaming, "No, no, no!" And look, see, got that. That's all.
Yeah,
that blood.
I think you're right. Now that you say that,
Tully has a lot of blood.
Yeah,
but it's just, and this is not a long match. I think it's like 12 minutes. But
do you think that's how long? I mean, or did you think any of that was cut for?
I don't think it was cut.
You don't think it was? You don't think any? I didn't know. I was sitting there wondering about that because it's like, but again, if you just, if you're fighting for your life, if you have to make someone quit, you're not going to mess around with, like you said, waist locks and stuff.
I was shocked at how short it felt like a 20-25 minute match.
Yes, I agree. I thought they cut something.
And now it's Magnum. Magnum's got the microphone, and he's pulled. Look at that. handful of hair just pulling.
Yes. Degrading. Just pulling his hair and like, say I quit. I mean, it's
until
brutal.
he's screaming no. And then you got Baby Doll is she's outside, and she's, every time they show her, they don't ever just catch her where she's just, just standing there, like she's engaged. She's selling everything.
You hear her all throughout because of the microphone too. You hear her yelling for Tully, or like anytime it gets hit or anything like that, you hear her. Yeah, she is terrified. You're right, Darren.
Here's more Tully with that microphone. And look at Baby Doll. Baby Doll's over there, and she's smiling. So she's selling that her guy's doing good now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's working together.
It's
the chairs come in,
mm-hmm.
and when it hit the mat, it's just a wood chair,
mm-hmm.
and it broke perfectly.
I mean, how perfect of a throw. I mean, you don't see this, but Baby Doll heaved that up for him to catch. They didn't practice it. We talked to her before about it. They didn't practice that. It was just a spur of the moment, which is, again, one of those things that I loved about old time wrestling, whatever you want to call it. All of this, like, they maybe knew how they were going to end, but they didn't know exactly how they were going to end, because obviously they didn't know they'd have the chair. They didn't know the chair would break. They didn't know they'd have the spike. I mean, it's just everything.
Oh, the spike was a happy accident.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they knew, they knew that Magnum would win, but how they got there and all of this drama. Oh my God. It's like watching
I've seen this match 100 times. And every time I see him pushing that close to Magnum's eyes, I'm still tense.
Oh yeah.
It's like watching a scaffold match, and you get those butterflies that worrying about them falling, even though you've seen it, you know what the deal's going to be. But that because it doesn't look like he's just sitting there holding it. He looks like he's struggling to push it, and you see Magnum struggling to keep it out of his eye.
Yes.
I mean, they're not just. I mean, it's the intensity.
To be a happy accident is just. It's such a perfect storm, like it could only have happened for the real, it had to happen perfectly for all of these things to fall into place. That was the absolute perfect foil to the end, to have this spike and imagine you're having a spike driven in close to your eyeball. You might yell, I quit, I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, there's just no other way to mention it. Yeah.
Tully's up there. Magnum's trying to keep that spike away from him. And now Magnum's got it. Magnum's got it pressed right at his eye.
Yep. And Tully is screaming.
But Tully doesn't say I quit.
No, he does not.
He says yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And then even afterwards, like after Magnum TA wins, Tully's still screaming. He's still selling that he is in this unforgot, pain. Even after the match is over, like he's still screaming.
You saw the wood pressing.
Yes.
I mean, he yelled yes. Of course, Magnum TA is the new United States champion.
And you can imagine the people in that audience are watching. Did they have closed circuit at this point?
I believe they did. And I think
this one.
I think that this show was in more than one location.
Okay. But they did not know. They really thought Tully had a spike driven through his eyeball. Like that.
Yeah.
And everybody just knew, my God, he's going to have a patch.
I believe Magnum was going to blind him.
Yeah. Because he was going to have a patch.
Belt and throws it over his shoulder and leaves. He don't even stand. I mean, he's not out there dancing around. I won. I mean, he took care of business and he left.
Exactly. And Tully's sitting there screaming, holding his eye. Like it didn't end when the bell, you know, when he says yes, or what he was just screaming, like it didn't end. Like you still have Magnum, like you said, looking and leaves. Baby doll runs in, Tully screaming, holding his face. I mean, it
because
is
he's
remarkable.
but
What?
he didn't quit.
He did not quit.
He never said I quit. So
Yes.
40 years later, he'll tell you, I never quit.
Yes, he will.
He's got merchandise that says I never quit.
And he didn't. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's the beautiful part about it. From then on, he can say that he got robbed because he never quit.
Well, and I think Darren has that's a good comment. I mean, just the pictures that you showed were steals from the match. And you really can get it all from just the pictures that you showed, the intensity of what was going on in the ring. You really can. He's not an evil liar. Darren, now listen, he's up there with my Arn. So don't be talking about him like that.
Hey, I'm with Tully. I'm with Tully. Magnum's been a fraud for 40 years now. He accepted that win, and he never made Tully say I quit.
That's right. That's right. He really did. He should not be the title holder.
But that's what a cage match should be. And if you don't hold your favorite wrestling company to that standard, that's what a cage match should be. And hey, I'm going to say that I was very underwhelmed with War Games. It was too sanitary. And I'm going to give CM Punk, I'm going to give him credit. When they rubbed his face into the cage and did that, Punk bled. Punk bled. And I was happy to see that. But I mean, it's like it didn't last. It was like he didn't continue to bleed. It wasn't a story that he was weakened with bloodshed.
Right.
It was a spot, and then they went to something else.
I think you said it though earlier, like the cage is like the ring ropes. Like it's not looked at necessarily as something that can be used to injure. It's just, the cage is just there, but because they bring in the kendo sticks and the trash cans and all this other stuff,
The metal grating between the two rings is used more as a weapon. They would do spots on that.
Yep, that's true.
I'm over the trash can spot.
I feel like, yeah.
All right, everybody line up and catch EO. She's on her shit again with the trash can.
Yeah. I think the first time was pretty cool. Second, but now, no, I don't think we need to see that anymore.
Oh, I bet you can buy that trash can. I bet you they're selling those.
I
bet you they got them smaller. Like, I bet you the Fanatics is going to have that.
Can you have a dent in it? Like where,
But I also think that AEW won up WWE by doing blood and guts.
And staying true to the name of blood and guts.
Well, I mean, and you can argue it was too much. That's your taste. I'm just saying that you can't watch Blood and Guts and then watch War Games and think that was, I felt like it wasn't organized chaos. I mean, it wasn't like chaos. It was like, okay, now it was like spot. It wasn't like everybody. It didn't hit for me. I was completely underwhelmed by it.
I think it has to do with the fact that we've talked about this before. It's almost like, oh, it's November. We need to have a War Games like at Survivor Series. Like there is some of the storylines are which again, they're all created, but I'm just saying, why did they want to get in the ring and beat up each other? There was no reason why. Like there would have been. It was the bloodline. Like what 2 years ago when it was like all the bloodline. I mean, we just put a team
together. We put a team together for War Games.
Exactly, and I think
kind of felt like the women's kind of set it up.
Set what up?
There was kind of a story on the women's.
Oh, okay.
The women's match was better of the two, and that's not saying a lot. I do like that Becky Lynch her tap out looked more like she was waving her team on to help her.
Yes.
Um,
Is that what she's claiming?
Oh yeah. She goes, I didn't tap. I was waving my team over to help me. I was calling for help.
Mm.
And Jessica Carr's got a problem
Lord.
with me.
Jessica.
So they're advancing the Becky Jessica Carr tension.
Do you think they're trying to limit blood? Like, is that I mean, do you know if that's like not a request, but I mean, I do think it's one of those weird things where it's like, okay, for me, what did I watch? Full Gear? Full Gear had too much blood. As in, like the last 4 matches. And they weren't grudge matches. They were just, like the last 4 matches, everybody was just bleeding out of everything. And it was too much for me. But then I'm like you said, like Survivor Series, I'm watching it in a cage, War Games, which historically is supposed to be like this really big, use the cage, like you're supposed to, it didn't have anything. It didn't really have anything. I don't know. I'm with you. I was very underwhelmed.
Austin Kendrick wants to know, do y'all think John Cena should not retire at Saturday's night main event? No, I think he should retire.
I agree.
Yeah. I've had December 14th circled for a while.
You stop.
Bye, John. Go be Peacemaker.
Yeah, he is ready. He's got a lot of stuff. Ready. You see him in commercials and Peacemaker and different things like that. I mean, I think he was good for the company. Maybe once they were doing this transition to TKO and, I mean, maybe it was just good to have something like that. And
let's stick a pin in that for a minute.
Yes.
And we'll come back to Cena because I got a question. I want to ask you, because you said that he's got all this going on now. We'll come back to him. But to put a bow on the Survivor, on the War Games, it just seemed like very, very sanitary War Games.
Well, the other thing, and I don't know, we haven't really talked about it, and I believe I'm going to give credit to my great friends at TNA, Top 10. I'm kind of like the black, the masked man, the man in black, I guess you know.
Oh yeah.
Like, did we really? He was not necessary. Like, why in the world did we have him when you had Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed on the heel team, but you had to have a masked man come in so that you could whatever. I'm sure there's a storyline that's going to be coming with that, but it was just kind of like, I don't know. I didn't think that was necessary.
If I was going to describe Survivor Series with one word, that one word would be overbooked. Everything was overbooked, with the exception of Stephanie McCourt and Nikki Bella.
Man, you had me believing I was going to get some twin magic. I was all on board for that. Tell me, what do you mean it was over? It was Paul.
It was overbooked. Everything was overbooked. Even the John Cena Dominic Mysterio match. Now, I can tell you that it's a neat thing for Liv Morgan to have got to go in there and perform with John Cena.
Sure.
And it was a cool thing for Raquel to be able to do a power move on John Cena. And it was a cool thing for Roxanne Perez to do her little flippy dippy do, whatever she calls that thing.
Right.
On John Cena.
Right.
Dominic faking the injury on the heels of it being legitimately just happened to Penta. I knew that he wasn't hurt because they left the camera on him. When they're legitimately hurt, you don't get to see them on camera.
Right.
Yep, Keith, you're right. But there was a time, when I was in my 20s, I could have won the world title escaping the cage.
I bet. Do you think? Let me ask you this. So, and this is another. And again, this might be from TNA, and I will give them credit. I think it was a great idea. Do you think it will be a situation where they're going? It wasn't Seth Rollins, but they're going to, as it plays out, it's going to be like, oh, that was Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Black Scorpio?
Well, it could be anybody.
Scorpion.
I mean, I would be willing to bet that the person that it's going to be, not even the person that climbed the cage.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
They could have sent anybody out there to do that.
Right.
I would like it to be Randy Orton. I think Sami Zayn's interesting.
Ooh.
LA Knight probably needs it the most.
Oh, I like that.
LA Knight probably needs it the most. I've had a little time to think about it, but I am so over the black hoodie. All wrestling companies, cut it out. Go back to turning the lights out. I am so sick of black hoodie run-ins. Everybody's doing it.
You rather have the lights off?
I'd rather them just quit with all the black hoodie run-ins.
True. I kind of like. I mean, that whoever that was, he was pretty damn quick up the ramp.
I mean,
before you knew it, he was there.
Austin Theory's the name thrown out there, but like I said, if that's going to be revealed, whoever actually physically did it is probably not even who they're going to reveal it to be.
I really like the idea of LA Knight. I like that.
I think at this point he needs something.
What about
and he's such a good heel.
Who is John Cena's last match going to be with?
Well, we think it's going to be Gunther, but I think it's LA Knight versus Gunther in the finals.
Yeah, so they haven't decided that. I think it'd be interesting if it was LA Knight. Because what was I reading? Gunther
I'm wearing a gray hoodie, Darren.
You got to remember, Dave is also colorblind, so
it's gray.
It's a dark gray. Yeah,
with the show logo that
definitely.
You can get at jumpinthepond.com. Save 10%.
Heck yeah, go get it. I think. But it was a little underwhelming. But like you said, I do think some things I did like. Like I said, I'm very curious to see where this Man in Black goes and what are we going to see from it. And I would love for it to be LA Knight. I think that could be
necessary.
No, it was not necessary.
I mean, let's face it. The heel team was the most impressive Survivor Series team since the Ultimate Warrior, Kerry Von Erich, and the Road Warriors were a team.
I will definitely say they were impressive. You're right. They were
in no world should the face team should have won that. And I don't even like to call them a heel and face team because I was pulling for Brock's team.
Right.
I like Brock. I like Braun. I like Bronson Reed.
Yes, but there did seem to be like that you had to have the Man in Black. He had to show up and do a move to which allowed Punk to get speared and lose. And I didn't like that part. I didn't like that was part of the finish. Like if he would have done it to Punk and Punk just like rolled over in the corner and they kept fighting.
That's what I'm saying. It was overbooked.
Yeah.
We were really, really busy. Hello, Billy Gullet. We were really, really busy. Really busy in the Cena Dominic match.
Yes,
but it took them all to beat Cena, and I'm okay with that because if Cena's going to lose, because if Cena's going to lose his last match, and we don't know that Cena's going to lose his last match, we all assume that he's going to lose his last match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we may have already seen Cena's last victory. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That six-man may be his last victory.
Mm.
So I'm just saying that it was just a lot going on.
100%.
Way a lot going on. How cool was Charlotte's gear?
I like that. And I like the little girl. That was very sweet.
Pictures on Instagram that she took with the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And how she went up and she did the half a heart thing they did with their hands. And you find out that little girl designed her gear. I think that, man, I love stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. And she took pictures with her. Yeah, I thought that was great. I love that too. I love that. I thought that was yeah, I like that. And the boots and everything, like did it all. Is really nice.
You know, the first time I met her, she had just come back from doing Make-A-Wish,
Mm-hmm.
and it was still new to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could tell it was all over her.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I can't imagine that. I mean, you got that you have to be so strong.
Oh yeah.
For those kids, and I think that's cool that they do that.
Oh,
But that little girl, I mean, that was just that. I love stuff like that. That makes me proud to be part, to be part of the wrestling business. That when you go out of your way for the kids and stuff like that.
100%. 100%.
But that's how you do a cage match.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it needs. It needs to be a blow off, and the cage needs to be enough.
And we'll never ever have that. That's why we just watched the best cage match ever, because it just they get in their way. Like you said, all the gimmicks, and I'll just bring in the kendo, look underneath the ring, give me a table, like
yeah.
No.
I mean, the only thing ought to be under the ring is maybe a toolbox.
Exactly. Do you all think John Moxley will?
No,
I don't either. No, Austin, I don't think so.
No. Never say never, but he's getting a pretty big pile of money at AEW to do whatever he wants.
And he's doing exactly what he wants. He likes hitting people with a fork and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's hitting with people. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a very prominent position over there.
Heck yeah. I would say he is the prominent. Like, I would say he is. I mean, especially now that Chris Jericho's not there right now, or hasn't been. He is the face of the company.
So what we're going to put a bow on Survivor Series. What grade did you give Survivor Series overall? How?
I mean, an actual grade. I gave it.
Pondwater jars. How many jars you give it out of 5?
I give it 2.5.
That's where I'm at too.
Like it's average. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible, but it was just
overwhelming.
It was there.
It's the first time I've watched it. I've watched one of their PLEs lately, and it was just complete. I was underwhelmed.
Yeah. Again, I think there's an expectation with war games that comes with war games, not anything that even WWE has done. Like war games, it's supposed to be, a certain way, and it was just kind of like not really.
Coach Keith gave it a 2.
Yeah.
I mean, and and it's the bookie. I think that Survivor Series, if you're gonna do war games, you're gonna have to do them right going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not, I'm for Survivor Series. If you're gonna do war games, it needs to be a 2-night affair. Men on one night, women on the other night. You don't need 2 war games on the same show. Then you can have an undercard. Because I mean, I understand why you had 4 matches, because the war games are going on forever before the match even starts.
Right.
There's lots of commercials on ESPN.
Oh my gosh, was there not?
I mean, they paid a lot of money for it. That's how they get their money back.
That's true, but that was weird to have all those commercials like that.
Billy, I don't know if Chris Jericho is going to show up in WWE.
I think he will. I think he definitely would take the opportunity. I think he's working
Tony Khan for a bigger check.
Could be.
And good for him. Good for him. But if
I mean, he's a name.
If I was TNA starting in January on AMC, I'm not sure that I wouldn't try to make a run for him myself.
You never know until you try. He might like the idea.
People like to bag on Jericho. But Jericho's good when he's there.
Yep.
And he's good at reinventing himself.
Yes, he is. He's never worked for TNA. So
Nope.
he could say he did TNA, WWE. I mean, depends on what he wants to do.
It's going to
He
be.
don't have to do nothing. He's got the Jericho Cruise, and he's got all.
He's going to need some zeros on that check, but I think that TNA needs. They need to roll out. And honestly, if I was Carlos Silva, I'd be trying to figure out how I'd get Goldberg's last match on TNA. Because Goldberg wants one more.
Goldberg can keep his one more. That's just me. I
pop when Goldberg shows up.
I know. Yes.
Let me tell you. I'm going to go back to what I said about John Cena. When you said that he's doing all these things, remember when he gave The Rock a hard time?
Yep.
And said that Rock just comes around whenever he has a project so he can get the wrestling fans to support him. And he talked all that shit about The Rock and even called him out for writing things on his arm to do promos. And they got all that. Supposedly they got all that squashed.
Mm-hmm.
You think The Rock came back and sabotaged John Cena's farewell tour as a get even? I could see that level of pettiness.
You could.
He showed up and he got him turned heel and then tore his ass and then sent, I don't remember what that rapper's name was. It took 27 minutes to walk to the ring to do a rap.
Oh, Travis.
Travis Scott?
Was it Travis Scott?
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know if they thought they could turn Cena and that it would just be great.
It could have been. It could have been, but The Rock instigated it and left and didn't follow through.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We all thought he was going to show up at WrestleMania.
Yeah, we did. It is kind of weird. Like it was like.
And then we got Timu LL Cool J.
I wonder too, because I feel like I don't know, because John Cena he seems to be, doing quite well for himself with Peacemaker, lots of commercials. I mean, he's not been like a box star success, but I think with Peacemaker,
he's seldom in a bad movie, or he's seldom bad in a movie.
Right. But he's not at The Rock has not had, his hits are Jumanji and you know what I mean? Like things that he does kind of with other people in a sense. Like I don't think some of his other where he's the action star, like the star, has necessarily maybe gone as well. The whole Black Adam, I don't think that did as well.
I thought Black Adam was great.
Right. But it didn't do as well in the box. I don't believe it did as well as they had hoped.
No.
I don't really know. I don't really know a lot about like the comic books. I don't really know.
He was made for that role, and DC fumbled on that.
Okay. Well, that's what like I said, I have no idea.
They had plenty of places they could have gone with that. But you had the transition from Snyder to James Gunn, and
it just kind of got
that had potential. And Black Adam's not a good guy.
Right. Okay.
It's a shame but I'm sure The Rock was trying to. The Rock wanted Black Adam versus Superman. Who can go toe to toe with Superman? Because Superman has because Black Adam's powers are magic based. Okay. Superman has a hard time with magic based characters.
Oh, okay. Because he doesn't know how to.
Well, it's just that's the story. That's the canon. Is that and his. When he was dating Wonder Woman.
Black Adam
Superman was dating Wonder Woman.
I didn't know they dated. I don't keep up with that.
Ares popped off and said something to her and off color, and Superman unloaded on him, but he's a god. He didn't hurt him.
Yay! Are you bio-independent referee of 2025? Are we voting?
No,
Oh.
Billy does. Billy does the has a podcast.
Are you putting out votes, Billy? Because I
No,
need to
he's
vote
telling
for
me
him.
that on his podcast, I'm the 2025 IU Independent
Oh,
Referee of the Year. Thank you so much.
yay! It's gonna be harder to deal with as ever now. If you got an award.
Billy, put it in the chat where everybody can find your podcast, Billy. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We got off on Black Adam and Superman.
Imagine that. Us
We
get
take
off.
more.
Hey,
We're taking more left turns in a NASCAR race tonight.
I hear you. I will have to say this. Eventually, we're going to have to talk about the greatest tag team ever, and it's going to be FTR. Now that they are on their third AEW championship, what did he say? 11 titles, 7 different companies. I'm just saying, it's really hard. If you look at their record, exactly, yummy. If you look at their record and what they have accomplished as a tag team, I'd like to know who else is out there that you think could compete with that.
You can find Billy's podcast here on YouTube. It's the CNB Knows.
Cool.
KNOWS, not NOSE.
I like it.
CNB Knows podcast on YouTube. Yeah, FTR. I mean, I like it. I like FTR for the most part.
Yes, they're very good.
I like them. I like them better with Stokely than that's my favorite incarnate. I like Stokely with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talking about the Road Warriors tonight, Amy.
They are very impressive. Road Warriors are very impressive.
They were.
If we're looking at championships, let's talk about that.
I rode an elevator with them in New Orleans, and they're very impressive.
I bet they were.
There ain't a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of room left in that elevator for me. That's for sure.
I bet so.
We're gonna move on to trivia here in a minute.
Yes.
But before we do that,
yeah. Okay.
Time to sell some stuff. Gotta read the ads. Please support our sponsors. We need the money bad. Time to sell some stuff. Gotta read the ads. Please support our sponsors. We need the money bad.
I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about Debbie. The lights go down, the cage lowers, and only one energy drink is walking out alive. Tonight's Debbie spot is brought to you by the same sheer willpower Magnum TA used when he looked Tully Blanchard in the eyes and refused to quit. Except this time, it's your energy telling you to give up, and Debbie's saying, not today. Debbie energy hits harder than a steel chair wedged between the cage and your forehead. No sugar, no crash, no cheating. Just clean, focused fuel that'll have you fighting through the day like you're holding that wooden spike and the crowd's losing its mind. Whether you're breaking down Starrcade 85, counting down to the Survivor Series, or trying to survive your own personal cage match with exhaustion, Debbie keeps you locked in, intense, and impossible to break. Because when the world's screaming at you to quit, Debbie gives you the strength to yell back, I will not.
I can't hear you. You baked on the dirt. Here we go. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Don't be banging on your stuff no more. We lost you as soon as you started banging on stuff.
I went on Nikita Khrushchev at the UN with a shoe, and now,
these people do not know who that is. You bringing up some, oh Lord.
What's the last thing you heard?
I mean, seriously, you banging that? That was it.
Oh, I said I will not quit.
Yes, we heard that, but like I said, then it was. Then we heard nothing else.
Rasslin at checkout. Go to w.gg, save 10%, and unleash your inner Magnum TA. W Energy for when life traps you in a cage and you refuse to say I quit. RASSLIN. That's Rasslin at w.gg.
That's right. And do not bang on nothing. We can't be banging on
microphone. My microphone and headphones is out. I'm not even sure what you're hearing me through now.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I did not say save 10%.
You said 10%. You did you said something. You did 10%.
Well,
you said a ton.
Let's see what happens with this.
Big Time Belts. Facebook.com. If you can dream it, they can make it. Join the group over at Facebook, Big Time Belts. They'll take care of all your championship needs. This NCAA Kentucky Wildcats basketball belt was crafted from Big Time Belts.
Mm-hmm.
This a CVS belt, and a pinhead belt.
Those are different.
Yeah, they're different. I'm going to take this off because it ain't working.
That's cool. That's interesting. We hadn't seen those belts before. Look at that pinhead. Is that are they raised up, the pins?
A little bit. They're raised a little bit. Next week I'll show the plates on those.
Okay.
Russ Miller's bitch belt, his custom world championship.
I saw Russ was back.
There's me and Billy.
Oh, there you are, Billy.
Billy's got a couple belts from Big Time Belts now, and I think he's getting another one.
Are you getting another one, Billy? You have to let us know. Make sure you let us see it.
Look at Tim Robinson. That's a face that you make on New Belt Day.
No kidding.
And his handcrafted big gold from Big Time Belts.
That's nice.
The Young Simba Championship belt.
I like that.
Look at the 3D line on the front plate.
I knew he did that. That's the reason why I was asking about Pinhead, because I figured he probably could do that.
Oh yeah. Look at the craftsmanship on those side plates. Look at that leather. Look how raised the lion's head is.
That's so cool.
And the Pan African World Championships.
I love that green. I know it's like a forest green, but I love that with the gold and silver. It's nice.
He's working on a belt for a good friend of ours right now, and I cannot wait to see it because it's gonna be. I mean, it's designed by a quality designer. One of the best designers in the world designed it.
Ooh!
Now one of the best melt bakers in the world is going to make it, and one of the best individuals in the world is going to own it.
Interesting. I can't wait.
Big Time Belts, Facebook.com. And we want to thank him for sponsoring our show. I'd like to mention to you.
Everybody hold on. He's going to talk about W again. Get ready.
I'm all messed up here, Amy.
That's okay.
I want to mention our merch store, jumpinthepond.com. Everything's 10% off right now.
It's Christmas time. Buy a present for your besties.
You get a t-shirt for under $20 shipped.
Heck yeah.
Darren Staley just got his, and he ordered them last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Got them in less than a week.
That's awesome.
And they're not like sitting there on the shelf ready to be put in a bag. They're made to order. So, and we want to invite you to listen to our partners at Markout Moments. Drunken Pop just did November of what'd they do, Amy? November of 96. Clinton, OJ, Tyson, and everything in between.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say, I was like,
They're your hookup for pop culture. The TNA Top 10 just crowned Darth Vader the best sci-fi villain of all time.
It should have been Emperor Palpatine. Just saying.
Emperor Palpatine was just the manager.
No.
Darth Vader was boots on ground getting it done.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, he told him that his wife, that his love of his life, that he killed her. I mean,
he lied. He lied to him.
That's what I'm saying. That's some evil stuff right there. Just saying.
Yeah, well, Anakin took a lightsaber and killed all them kids.
Well,
and he killed all them Tusken Raiders and the kids.
Well, I just still think. Anywho, Jaws was robbed. I agree, Allison.
Jaws,
you're right.
Jaws is for real though, because
heck yeah. That ain't no sci-fi. We don't like real sharks.
I still don't go in the water.
Heck yeah.
I don't go in the water sober. But Terry Allison and Terry Allison and Andrew do a great job at the TNA Top 10. Believe that we're going to do top 10 cell phone games.
Cool.
This week. I think that's the working plan.
You still play Monopoly?
Every day.
Is that your go-to game? Your go-to cell phone game?
Monopoly and Yahtzee with friends.
Oh, cool.
Over on the DAV network, we have the Double Drop Kick podcast. I don't think he's going to have another episode till
I feel like he had to cancel.
This Saturday. Canceled one. I think he's going this Saturday, though.
Cool.
He's winding this one down. His health. Y'all keep Kevin in your prayers. He's not doing well. But check out. But when he's doing it, and he does a great job over there. Spanning the Globe goes Thursday. If you're a belt collector, this is the podcast for you on Thursday nights on YouTube and Facebook. And then we got the question mark with our friend Efren. Efren had Kelly Slaughter, Sergeant Slaughter's daughter, on. Mm-hmm. Currently available at Podcast Heat and ad-free shows. Efren does a tremendous job with question mark. He asks 20 questions. There's the questions, and he's the mark. And Kelly Slaughter was very entertaining.
Yes.
And he's had some great guests. Check out what Efren's doing over there. And with that, Amy,
we'll do my questions.
It's time for Amy's trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
All right. I figured we'd do a little trivia about old Magnum TA. How about that?
It's timely.
Exactly. I try to be timely. So Magnum TA was born in which city and state? This is where he was born, not where he's billed from. It is a little different. Was he born in Charlotte, North Carolina, Chesapeake, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, or Atlanta, Georgia? Where was he actually born?
Man. I always thought he was from Chesapeake, Virginia. But that's where he's billed from. Austin Kendrick thinks he's from Georgia. Allison says from North Kakalaki.
He is billed from Virginia Beach.
Oh, then I'm going to say he's from Chesapeake, Virginia.
We'll see if anybody else wants to answer. You thought he was... Okay. Well, I'll tell y'all. It's B. It is Chesapeake, Virginia.
You gave it away when you said that he was billed from Virginia Beach, because I thought he was billed from Chesapeake.
Well, I didn't feel like I should lie to you in that
That was
way
nice.
anyway. I know. I usually am not that nice, but yeah.
No, I know you're normally on some bullshit on here with these trivia questions.
That's not true.
Tis
but
the season. Tis the season. It's a Christmas miracle, everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, really. But no, he is built from Virginia Beach. I was wondering because if you watch obviously the cage match, if you did your homework, then you would have it says, the announcer says, from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I just knew when he was introducing Magnum TA, and I was like, oh, everybody's going to get it now. So, but anyway, I just figured.
All right.
In what year did Magnum TA make his professional wrestling debut? Was it 1979, 1980, 1981, or 1982?
Oh,
What year did he make his professional wrestling debut?
Allison says B. That's where I'm leaning. First time I saw him in person was 83.
Where'd you see him at?
Sportatorium.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd seen him in the magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew says 79. Austin says 80. T-Weave says 81. Billy says 80. I'm going with 80.
I think you all should have gone with Terry. It's 1981. Very close, though. I mean, again, once you start,
I would have guessed. I was going to guess 79 if I wouldn't have gone 80. I wouldn't have got it.
Next question. Magnum TA won the NWA Florida Global Tag Team Championship a total of 5 times with 3 different partners. Which man listed below did not win the championship with him? Okay. Did he not win it with Mike Graham, Scott McGee, Dusty Rhodes, or Brad Armstrong? He won it with 3 of them, but not one of them, which that's the person we're looking for. Who did he not win the title with?
Dusty. C. Dusty Rhodes.
Everybody likes the letter B.
Scott McGee. I think it was Dusty.
I will let you all know.
I don't think he teamed with Dusty. I don't think he teamed with Dusty until Mid-Atlantic, until he got to Crockett.
I'm going to go ahead and let you all know that he won the title 3 times with Scott McGee. So it is not B.
And the winner is Mike Graham.
It was Mike Graham. He won it once with Brad Armstrong.
I thought Dusty was obvious.
Once with Dusty, and 3 times with Scott McGee. Da, 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 da. See, I like this. Y'all don't know these answers. I like it when I can trick y'all.
I knew that he had tagged with Scott McGee.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed he tagged. I thought Dusty was the obvious one, that because I didn't think that he had teamed with Dusty early.
And you think Florida? That made me think of Mike Graham. That's the reason why.
Man, I'd love to see some matches with him and Brad Armstrong.
Well, I wonder if they're out there anywhere.
I don't know, but can you imagine the mullet rating on that?
Ooh, that
a lot of mullet going on in that match.
I was going to say, we need to let Allison. She needs to let us know. Between Mike Graham, Brad Armstrong, and
I did not know that he was part of the Dusty and Sullivan feud. I have learned something today.
I think Kevin Sullivan was even like his.
Of course, I followed that feud through the aftermags, so.
All right, next question. Magnum TA won the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship on March 25th, 1985 by defeating which opponent? Sorry.
I know this one, so I'm going to let everybody else answer because I got this one.
Good. Okay. Was it Greg Valentine, Wahoo McDaniel, Tully Blanchard, or Kamala the Ugandan Headhunter? Who do you think Magnum beat on March 25th, 1985 to win the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship?
All right. T-Weave says it's B, Wahoo. Allison says it's B, Wahoo. I'm going to just go ahead. Billy says it's B, Wahoo, because it is B, Wahoo.
Yes, it is. It is Wahoo McDaniel is who he defeated. Yay!
Yeah, I remember seeing Wahoo. There's a picture somewhere that Magnum had his chest all the way stuck out, and Wahoo. I mean, it's just perfect. Wahoo's chopping him.
Ooh. All right, next question. I did not put that question in.
Who set up the ring for me?
You're so goofy. You are. I was like, what? Who did set up the ring?
I was wondering why she pulled up a chair. Go ahead and read it.
Who set up the ring for Magnum TA's NWA United States Heavyweight Championship on March 23rd, 1985? What team were you on, Dave? Because I think you were on that. Was it the Ad-Free Show crew, Casio and the Comedians, the Doo-Doo Trucking crew, or the Bojangles crew? Which crew were you be on, Dave?
I'd be on the Ad-Free Shows crew.
You would? You wouldn't be on the Casio and the Comedians? You're kind of funny.
I'm not professionally funny.
Oh, that's true. I gotcha. You ate Terry's on the Bojangles. He ate that yesterday.
There's no right answer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The answer.
You're so sillies. All right, fill in the blank.
Is she put it in the middle? She's got all of a sudden she's got comedic timing.
I like how you said she pulled up a chair. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know.
How old was Magnum TA when he had his in-ring career-ending wreck? How old was he? This is fill in the blank. How old was he when he had his wreck that ended up ending his in-ring career? Because he did do commentary and some other stuff afterwards, but in-ring, he was done.
Yeah, he's 35.
Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat?
Let's see. If he started wrestling in 80, he was
81.
Probably, if you were 81, he was probably 20. T-Weave said 32 is going to be my answer.
He was 27.
Oh my God.
He turned 27 in June.
He looked older than 20. Well, wrestlers just looked old in the 80s.
Well, and that, and two, he did have, I mean, even Magnum PI, not necessarily old, but he had the mustache but yes, I mean, Magnum TA looked older.
Hey, somebody told me today that Bob Backlund was only 42 when he beat Bret Hart for the title and lost it to Kevin Nash. Backlund was only 42. I thought he was older than that.
I would believe that. That is still, I mean, okay, so this is the last question. Magnum TA's first appearance in front of a live audience after his in-ring career-ending wreck was at what 1987 event? So he made his first first appearance in front of a live audience after his in-ring career-ending wreck. In 1987, what was the event?
Was it Great American Bash? Oh, Andrew's right. Crockett Cup, Baltimore.
It was the Crockett Cup.
Good job, Andrew.
Yay!
Yeah, because Dusty and Nikita.
But if you think about it, he had that wreck in 86. He had only been in the business 5 years. He debuted in 81. He had his wreck in 86. That's crazy.
He made quite an impact.
Oh my God, we do love Mr. Crockett. But yes, he did. And I think it's a testament maybe to him to not, he could have definitely been, and he might have had moments of what ifs, but from everything that I know, that's not how he decided to live his life. And I think that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for everything he's a true story of perseverance. I mean, that he came out the fact that he lived is amazing.
Right.
And that he got into a profession that he made such a good living at,
Well,
the communications industry. But I went to the first Crockett Cup in New Orleans, and my biggest Magnum TA memory was Tiger Mask coming off the top rope with a flying body press and Magnum catching him and turning it into a belly-to-belly suplex.
Mm-hmm.
It was just incredible. And
I can't believe your most memorable moment from that was not leaving your poor brother Ike to ride the elevator with all the wrestlers while he was like 12.
Hey, I had to go to Bourbon Street.
Poor Ike.
Poor Ike's ass. He was having the time of his life.
I'm sure he was, but I'm just saying.
He got to see them all. We
yes,
stayed
he
at
did. I love it. I love that your mother let him go.
Yeah, what was she thinking?
Exactly. She must.
Well, I think it's documented. Well documented that she's a horrible parent.
Questionable decisions. Oh.
I hit him in the head with an ironing board.
Oh my God.
He's all right.
I know. And you're right, Billy. He was on his way to be the NWA champion. And I just, like I said, it could have gone very differently if his attitude hadn't been, if he had, it could have been really bad. You could see where you could really get down. But from everything that said, he went into had a different career, got married, he's got a good life. And he goes around now. I mean, he's, they were at WrestleCade, were they not? Talking about Baby Doll and Tully Blanchard and him were all at WrestleCade talking about the 40th anniversary of that match. And so still lives on.
What's she talk about when I'm going to get my Power Town figures?
Whew, I know. Me too. I'm not so much him and Greg Gagne. Anybody from Power Town could let us all know when we're going to get our figures.
Hey, I kind of looked at that whole project kind of like, with Greg Gagne, but with Magnum on board, I felt good about it.
Yeah. So, well, and he might have been sold the same line we were. So, who knows? They were great. I just, like you said, I wish I could have mine. I know you do too, but you have more than I do. So,
in the immortal words of, I want my action figures, or in the immortal words of Huggy Bear, bitch better have my money.
Or that. I mean, either way, I agree.
Most of the people listen probably didn't know who Huggy Bear was either.
No, but they know about bitch better have my money. That's Rihanna. Yes, I did know that.
And she wanted to buy him a wrestling belt for a wedding present.
Oh.
And she reached out to me because she got me confused with Dave Milliken because I had a website with my wrestling belt. My wrestling belt collection actually had a website. And she emailed me and she was wanting to get a belt for Magnum. She told me she was Tully's ex-wife, which I thought was funny because I didn't even need that piece of information.
Right. Interesting.
But she wanted to buy him a wrestling belt, and she got me confused for Dave Milliken and I got that a lot. There's a lot of times people would email me, and I just forward them on to Dave.
Really?
Miller.
True.
Yeah.
And he makes the belts. You had them. You couldn't make a belt.
No.
So I can see that.
No. And I'd like to tell everybody this Friday night.
Oh.
We'll be in Mount Olive, Mississippi.
Okay.
as Lost Art of Wrestling presents End of the Nightmare.
Ooh.
This will be the last match for the Nightmare known as Jeremiah.
He's retiring, isn't he?
Retiring.
Okay. Who's he wrestling?
He's challenging Wes Warren for the championship.
Ooh. Ooh. Is he going to take the... Ooh, he could win, take the championship with them. I like it.
But the Nightmare, and it's going to benefit the fire department and rescue services in Mount Olive.
Awesome.
Remember that story? Napoleon went to Mount Olive. I guess that's what the town may be named after. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what happened when Napoleon went to Mount Olive?
No.
Popeye got pissed.
Goodness.
All right. Let's see. I want to wish happy birthday to Andrew Hermes.
Yes.
Andrew's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday.
Best thing about yesterday was Andrew's birthday.
Happy birthday today to my sainted mother-in-law, Miss Betty. Happy birthday, Miss Betty. I love you.
100%. I'm not here next week. What are you going to do? Do you know?
Oh.
Remember, I got to go out of town for work. Y'all keep buying those shirts. That way we can both quit our day jobs.
Well, next week, we're going to discuss the anatomy of a chain match, a dog collar match. Anatomy of a dog collar match.
Okay. We don't have any. We don't have those enough, I don't think.
They're not as common. Probably one of the greatest ones would be Michael P.S. Hayes against the Junkyard Dog in the Superdome.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're going to watch?
No, we're going to go with your homework is going to be for Starrcade, the first Starrcade, Roddy Piper versus Greg the Hammer Valentine in a dog collar match.
That is good.
This is violence. We got violence on deck. So anatomy of a dog collar match, Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper. It's a bloodbath. It's a mauling. So join me next week. I'm trying to think. We had a plan.
Will it be next week, next Wednesday, or next Tuesday? Do you know?
Yeah.
It gets a little bit more crazy now. We've got Christmas and everything that comes with that. That will be really good because I don't think people probably even think about Greg Valentine like that. You know, especially if you're used to seeing him in the WWF.
Oh my God. I remember
part of the Hart Foundation, and then he was like rhythm and blues.
You see Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper in the same frame in an interview session, and they're kind of looking at each other, and Piper even mentions his ear, and they shake hands, and it's kind of like, but you know, and they weren't even acting like they didn't used to try to kill each other.
Right. I think that'll be a good one.
I believe we're going to be in next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, y'all.
Oh, I got to go back.
You got to go back for what?
It's just we got to go back to the school that we were at last night. We got to play them again.
Oh, okay.
I could go off. About last night. It was bad.
Refs?
They were horrible.
Really?
I thought Steph was going to get kicked out.
Oh.
I mean, she was one of those. The woman referee she had her ears open, listening to the crowd more than paying attention to what was going on the floor.
Oh.
I'm trying real hard not to call her out of her name.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But
Woman ref. Can we just say that? Woman ref. Lady ref.
Yeah. I don't want to compare her to. I don't want. I'm struggling. She's horrible, but
hoping she's not there next week, right?
It's that goddamn Aubrey Edwards, isn't it?
No. Tim, you're screwing up my.
No kidding.
Look at my hand. It looks bad.
Now I got to go. Now I got to do
What the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Because you're messing up our vertical presentation. We can't have 3 people in an overlay on the vertical presentation.
You know what? Tep told me the same thing about you. You messed up the vertical presentation.
Let me just say that one of our players, she wasn't calling anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like my granddaughter got fouled hard, and she called the foul on my granddaughter.
Oh,
like bulldoze. One player, girl jumped up and landed on her head. Landed on the girl's head, and she called a foul on the girl that got landed on.
So it was a charge or blocking foul type.
It was horrible. I mean, it was horrible.
Well, let's hope she's not there again.
Oh, I hope she's not anywhere again.
Mm.
Well, she will be somewhere again.
I hope it ain't nowhere near a basketball court.
Maybe basketball's not her thing. She just repping for something, We'll see. We'll see what happens.
She's a great softball
She's
umpire.
Over officious. Insert anything that needs to be bleeped on the end of it, and it's not too much.
Okay.
Thanks to her, Lane Kiffin ain't the biggest asshole this week.
Oh, Lordy.
Of course not.
So, anyway, but like I said, one of our girls, they made her go to the bench because she was bleeding. Her arm was bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Steph goes, she didn't cut herself.
She might have did. You just missed it.
So then the hoe turned around and
laying down and just like
blinded.
So then the hoe turned around and goes, I don't want to hear anything negative. Or y'all are going to be out of here. And then Stephanie was like, well, I'm positive that she didn't cut herself.
I mean, that is a good thing that she did not cut herself, because
very true.
Problem with the youths of America.
Yeah. She's just trying to be bigger than the game.
I understand.
It's all about her. There was one point that there was one referee called something and she overturned it. She's all the way across the court. Now, once she got her ass on her shoulders, is
she from Baton Rouge? Could that be the problem?
I don't know where she's at.
Is she upset that Lane went to Baton Rouge?
I doubt it.
From Mississippi?
I doubt it. All right. So next week, anatomy of a dog collar match.
That was this week. That was the title.
No, there was anatomy of a cage match this week.
Oh.
Tim, go away. All right. For Amy Vaughn, I'm Pondwater Dave. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week on Wednesday. Talking Rasslin with Pondwater and Amy. Good night.
Good night.
Go Miss.
Talking Rasslin, time to go. Thanks for watching our epic show. See you next week, same time, same place. Mark out moments is your happy